I have absolutely no clue where the stimulus negotiations. A lot if you're not able to run the table like he was in 2016. And I thought, Frank Luntz has his own agenda and all of that. But, I mean, he had a call yesterday where he's basically like, look, this is the worst campaign that I've ever seen. And he chalked it up to, quote, political malpractice, pointing to the amount of money that they have, so many of the different boondoggles that they spent oodles on, 77 cents per dollar whenever we're raising. There are some, decent things that they've done. They have a decent ground game, but at the end of the day, in coronavirus times, like, do you really want somebody coming to your door? There's not a lot of research that says anybody does. And second is that they have some decent voter registration numbers, but if that's all you have to show for almost, $1 billion spent over the last 3 years and where we are right now, it's just embarrassing. You need that money in order to make up what we have. And it's not, and this is the thing, like you said, Biden is outspending them 2-1 whenever it comes to official campaign dollars, but they've got oceans of outside money that are pouring in now. Let's throw this up there from Vox. Really interesting. In the final days of the campaign trail, Silicon Valley mega donors are spending $100 million in a new PAC that just was announced. I mean, that's just $100 million from Silicon Valley. There's all these other outside groups in. I mean, Biden might actually be probably the most well-funded candidate to run for president in modern American history. I mean, just so much money. And I mean, a lot of people wouldn't have predicted that going into this. Trump was supposed to have the Death Star and the Juggernaut, and it's just not there.
Yeah, the tables have really turned. I remember, how many times do we have like RNC flacks on here or Trump campaign flacks on here who are touting the war chest and we're so much ahead. They love to come in here and talk about their fundraising numbers. Now the message is, oh, money doesn't matter. Money doesn't matter. Just ask Hillary Clinton. Money doesn't matter. And look, there's something to that. But I think it also indicates, first of all, the complete mismanagement of the campaign from top to bottom, from beginning to end, from messaging to the budgeting to the use of funds. All of those things have been a disaster and a mess. And second of all, especially now, as Trump is struggling to raise funds, right? It's not just that they've spent too much. They are now struggling to raise money. It shows you that the donor class has kind of written him off. Frank Luntz, you mentioned that he said this was the worst campaign he's ever seen, just to give people like the specifics of his quote, because this is pretty funny. And Frank Luntz, if you don't know, he's the pollster, the guy that does like the focus group test for Fox News. So this is not like a liberal Democrat guy. I think he doesn't love Trump.